I have to be honest with you. This the white people, they don't really have any strength, but they use certain techniques and intelligence to get you, because as a black person, you are naturally a very nice person, a very giving person. You're very welcoming, but just because of this, that's why white people take advantage of you. It's not because white people are bad, but they do everything that's best for their race. Yes, white people, they're slaves too. They're also slaves to the system. They work hard just like we do. They're struggling just as hard like we do. But here the concern is not really that the white people, I'm saying that, well, they're racist. That's the word that you use, racist. This is a stupid word. That means nothing really if you have no understanding of it. What's important here, what I'm talking about, is mainly the control that we got. All these other people, this kind of crap people, that represent the field of black people. They can tell you now that now you've been fooled, because there's a lot of successful black men. There's a difference between niggas and black men. What you see right now, all these Lil Waynes and them, those are what you call niggas. The slave masters, sure, and they work with the slave for the slave master, but the best friends with the slave master. They honor the slave master and respect the slave master. If you try to say anything against them, they'll go against you. They'll report you to the slave master. So these are the ones I'm talking about. The house Negroes. They fight amongst each other. They betray each other. They'll do anything for the slave master. So they'll kill for the slave master. They'll kill their own brother for the slave master. So these are the niggas that are called niggas by the slave master. Because when they called niggas, they didn't mean the black man. No, they meant the niggas. They meant the house Negroes. These were the niggas, because they were the crap, the useless, the ones that you see right now as stars, the people on films and the singers, and these are not black men. Black men are out there in Africa, and some are in Europe, in United States there, but you don't pay attention to them because they are not idiotic. They're not put on all these crazy films and stuff. They're busy working underground to establish themselves. So you're gonna be saying like, if you see the majority of these black men, they're not the ones that you see on the street walking around and going, "Yeah, I'm black, I'm this." No, they're on the underground. We're working hard on it. But what we need, the majority of our blacks, they're lost. They're lost, brothers, and we're trying to get you to understand the power that you have. I'm gonna stop being emotional, because I realize I've been too emotional and I've been talking too hyper. So I want to try and slow down so I can make things clearer. I'm just trying to breathe a little bit, okay? What I'm trying to say is, black people, we need to realize something, we need to work together. You need to realize the power that you have as a black person. You need to realize the strength that you carry as a black person. You need to realize who you are. You need to realize what you're capable of doing. A lot of these white folks, everything that they're doing, they're not actually choosing to work against you, but they have no choice, because they have to use somebody to succeed. And the only way is to divide and conquer. So divide all the races and conquer, right? And this is exactly what they've done, and they've successfully done it, and they're so united in it. And the things with this, what you call racism, I'm not talking about, you think a racist is a white person who calls you bad names or say that. That's what you think is a racist. No. Racism is part of our lives. You're never going to change that. So you should stop talking about it at all, or even using this as an excuse. You should start doing something for yourself. Majority of all you black people just complain and complain, but you never get to act or start to do something. We need to start working together, and help each other and unite, be one, and start doing something positive for ourselves, for the future of our own kids. All these people you see right now that you look up to, all these Jay-Z's and all these, singers that sing with their pants off, and these people are nothing. When they die, do you know what they leave? They leave some scratched out records for your kids. That's all they'll leave. All these athletes, what do you think when they die they'll leave? Do you think they'll leave any money? No, they'll leave their medals hang out on the wall. It is worth nothing. But what's worth something is for you to discover who you are and start building future for our people, for our black people, to establish something that belongs to us, something that we actually own, because we are strong. Majority of these white people will not do anything to you without your consent, but you're actually unconsciously following what white people are asking you to do, following what they, look at all the black singers, the actors, everyone. Majority of you been discovered by white people. Couldn't you know yourself that you can act? Couldn't you know yourself that you can sing? Couldn't you know yourself that you can run? Didn't you know yourself that you're educated? You can actually read the books? That's my problem with black people. You don't read books. You should read these books. But when I say read the books, I don't mean read the books to push you to become a slave. No. People should talk to each other. You know, in Africa, we speak to each other. We knew about all these type of things. Well, the white people came and took over, but just because we allowed them to. We thought other people could do something that was better than what we could do. Africa is a rich land, and it still is a rich land. Yes, they did take, but well, just because it is a rich land, they will never can take enough from it. We still have a lot in Africa, you know, and the future is in Africa. Whether you like it or not, the future is in Africa. All the Africans we see right now in Europe, in America, all these Africans will eventually go back to Africa again, because that's the future. That's where we all belong, and that's our land. This is the place where you have all your power.